We all live pretty free. We just travel around in a van and we play music. Being a human, and music is fun and all that and a great time, but it's not everything. And just to maintain that balance of, like I have friends that, we grew up playing music together, and some of them now it's like they have, they're married with kids and stuff, and we'll sit around and we'll get drunk and I'll be like, oh, we played with Slayer at some festival, and they'll be like really jealous, and they're like, oh, you're so lucky. At the same time, I'll see them playing with their kids, and I'll just, and that kind of thing, which gets, the more you travel, the harder and harder to pull that kind of thing off. We're traveling in a van with 5 to 10 people for sometimes 2 months straight. Tensions are gonna arise. So you've kind of got to find a way within your own personality to kind of curb that kind of initial, at the first couple tours, it's like, fuck you, you're an asshole. But after a while, it's like, it's better to just, you learn ways of like, maybe it's like some sort of meditation, some. It's like with anything, there's a sacrifice to everything, and it's like, there's also too, it's like you're playing for an hour every night, but it's also, you're sitting in a van for 8 hours going crazy. Usually most of the time the hour that we get to play is great, and when it goes perfect, when it's like you're in sync with the audience and all the electricity of the club is flowing properly, and and you throw a little whiskey into the mix, it's one of my favorite feelings, So.
Enjoying whiskey and playing music.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes the whiskey you just need to loosen up a bit.
Do you have the feeling you always need some alcohol to loosen up and
not
give
always,
that
but it's a weird thing, because like you can be like in. The other thing about playing live is like you can be in the best mood and sound check goes perfect and everything's fine, and then it's like a weird thing, like like I can play guitar in my room forever, but it's that thing where all of a sudden you go out, and even if it's 2 people, all of a sudden it's like it's sometimes you can out of nowhere get that deer in the headlights thing where all of a sudden you're just like, and you just can't shake the uncomfortable feeling of, sometimes you just feel like an idiot. The result of things going well with the band, how your personal life can sometimes fail.
Yeah. Just
because it's too much, you're away, it's too hard to keep a handle on everything, and you can't be 2 places at once. Well, it's just that balance of like building a home and being stable, and I mean, sometimes it's weird because we learn to deal with traveling, the world will become stable, and you go home and then you feel like an alien.